Number 1. The fear of God. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You may think that love is enough to make a marriage last, but I tell there will come a time in marriage where love is no longer there, and at that moment, it only takes someone that has the fear of God to continue in that marriage. Do not take this for granted. A lot of people deceive themselves by saying when they get married, they will change their partner, but you have to understand that God is the only that has the ability to change a person, and it is not wise for you to first marry before changing them. Be sure they have the fear of God before agreeing to embark on a journey of no return. A man or a woman that has the fear of God will love, respect, and cherish you because they know that if they do not do that, God will not be happy with them. But someone that does not have the fear of God is not bothered about this. They do not care what is a sin and what is not. Marrying someone that has the fear of God is very important because they will help you grow. But if you choose to end up with someone that does not have the fear of God, be assured that even the little you think you know about God will go away. You will know someone that has the fear of the Lord by their words and actions. Therefore, as a child of God, ensure that that person you want to spend the rest of your life with must have the fear of God in him or her. Set a standard for yourself. Not everyone that you see or that comes your way is okay to be with. The fear of God in a person will save a marriage in the future. Therefore, do not be equally yoked with unbelievers, because it is not the will of God for you. Number 2. He or she must have a supportive spirit. Marrying someone that supports you is a major criteria for marriage. It is very risky to marry someone that does not have your best interest at heart. In fact, it should be a no-go area for you because your life will be miserable. Sometimes, people think it is only the man that should be supportive, but that is not true. As a man, it is very important that you marry a woman that supports you. A woman that stands by you and believes in your vision and dreams. Same goes to the woman. Marry someone that wants to see you grow, someone that has your best interest at heart, and someone that believes in your dreams and vision too. A lot of people marry out of desperation, and they fail to take this into consideration. You may think he or she is not doing it now, but they will do it when you get married. That is a lie. If they are not being supportive in the relationship, they will not do it when you get married to them. Therefore, if you cannot categorically state anything that he or she has added to your life, then marriage with them is absolutely not advisable. I want you to understand that being supportive does not only entail financially, even though finance is part of it. Some people only think it is when a man or a woman gives you money that we can say they are being supportive. They can be supportive in giving you advice, in your spiritual growth, in your family, academics, and mentally, among others. Marry someone that believes in you. This is very important. Someone that can be supportive in every aspect is someone that has a supportive spirit in them. Therefore, it is better to be single than to marry someone that is not supportive. If God has not been standing by us, our lives would have been miserable. Therefore, do not marry a man or a woman that is not supportive or that does not have a supportive spirit. Number 3. Maturity. Maturity is a state of being fully developed in the body and in the mind. Some people have limited maturity to age, but I want to understand that maturity goes far beyond just age. Someone may have come of age but still behaves like a child. Marriage is not a joke that you should go into with someone that is not mature. It is only someone that is not mature that will be angry over every little thing. They will always argue and then make an issue out of nothing. And when you discover this, you should not think of marrying such a person. A mature person, instead of getting angry, will decide to talk to you and look for ways to resolve the conflict. A mature person will not keep malice with you and feel proud to say sorry, because they prefer to be at peace rather than being at war. This is what you are supposed to look out for, so you do not end up in a home with someone that is not mature. A man or woman that is not mature will always take your family issue to a third party. They cannot make decisions for themselves, and they are always insecure. Do you know that the reason why violence is becoming the order of the day in most marriages is because some of them are immature? How can a mature man or woman fight his or her spouse? When you discover these signs when you are in a relationship with a person, it is very important that you end the relationship with, because if you do not, you may end up enduring the marriage rather than enjoy it. Number 4. A source of income. I know that some may think it is an unnecessary criteria, but I want you to know that marrying someone with a source of income is very important. I do not mean a person must be very rich before they should get married, but there should be a reliable legal source of income to assist in sustaining the family. Having a source of income is not limited to just men, but women also. Gone are the days when women just sit and fold their arms, waiting for the men to give them everything. You should also know that no man wants to marry a liability. Therefore, if you want to get married, make sure you are getting married to someone that is serious about their life. There's no excuse for someone to stay idle. Get busy doing something. God has blessed our hands, and there are a lot of things that we can do with our hands. There are great men and women today that did not have to work under any person to become successful. So you do not have to wait for a white-collar job before you can have a source of income. The Bible says when a man is diligent in his work, he will stand before kings and not mere men. So, when considering who to marry, get someone that has a stable source of income, because you would not want your family to live a miserable life. Number 5. They must love you. Love is a very important criterion in choosing a life partner. When considering who to marry, ensure that whoever wants to marry loves you as much as you love them. Love is a two-way thing. If it is not done by both parties, then no matter how one person loves the other, that relationship or marriage will not last for long. God is a typical example of love, and according to John chapter 3 verse 16, the Bible says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, and that whosoever believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life." My main emphasis is for God so loved the world. If God did not love us, he would not have sent his only Son Jesus to die on the cross for our redemption. Therefore, if someone does not love you, do not allow anyone or anything pressure you to marry them. In fact, if you are not sure if they love you, do not marry them, because you cannot begin the journey of marriage based on assumption. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Therefore, if a person truly loves you, they will show it. For instance, someone that loves you will go out of their way to please you. They will never do anything to hurt your feelings because you mean the world to them. Some people think that only their love will be sufficient for them and their partner, but at the end of the day, they end up being frustrated. If they do not love you, they will never value you, so ensure you marry someone that truly loves you, and you, in turn, love them, because it takes two to tango.